I'll go ahead and dive in. Um, this morning, what has been coming up on my heart for kind of like carrying with us as we flow is this idea of uh, the creation of space in order to make room for things to show up. I think sometimes one of the reasons that we kind of lean back from having too much space in our lives, or to make the intentional space to just kind of be with ourselves or to create more space for ourselves, is a fear of what might show up if there is space. So we are really good at staying busy, staying in a life that is this like constant flow of input. This doesn't allow room for us just to be in the stillness, the awareness, the observation. And so that's why yoga can be such a, I think, beneficial practice on top of all the many, many things that it offers. There's this creation of space, and not just the physical space, but the space and heart and mind that really give us the room to become aware of where we're at and where we want to go, and what's maybe missing, and what maybe we're avoiding, what maybe we're distracting ourselves from. And I think that creation of space is something that we're not encouraged to do either. And so in this practice, when we step onto our yoga mats and when we carry our yoga with us out into our everyday, it's an opportunity to recognize that we aren't encouraged to create space, which encourages our growth and promotes our growth. But ultimately, that is one of the greatest gifts we can offer ourselves, and one of the most important ingredients to our expansion. So letting this practice today be not just about the creation of space in the body, but allowing it to create some space in the mind to really see what's showing up. And then maybe for today, just allowing whatever is showing up to be held within the practice itself. And maybe that's the first step. And then it goes a little bit further beyond just the 60 minutes. Maybe it starts to be this reminder of whatever's showing up in the 60 minutes that can be tended to, and that can be acknowledged and held outside of the practice as well. Maybe a shift can take place that would help create more balance around whatever is showing up. So anyhow, creating space as a gift to ourselves, a kindness to ourselves. We're gonna begin in a cross-legged seat, as long as that feels comfortable for you. Feel free to find a different shape instead if something else feels more grounding, more supportive. And take a moment to settle in and maybe close down your eyes. And right away, let's create some space within the breath by taking a deep inhale through the nose. An open mouth exhale, just let it go. And let your lips seal. And take a slow, expansive breath in through your nose. And that little pause at the top of your breath. Maybe keeping your lips sealed, slow, steady, mindful exhale through your nose. Just taking your time to make space for your breath to lengthen in both directions. Maybe as we start to lengthen our breath, start to notice more space between each thought, or more distance between ourselves and our thoughts. It allows us to notice and observe what's showing up, what's coming up, what's rising to the surface. so we can have a better understanding of those parts of ourselves that are there, but maybe there hasn't been room to see. Maybe the clutter has been in the way. Just taking a couple more rounds of slow and mindful breath. Also notice how your body feels today, and to ask yourself what your body needs today. In that moment of inquiry, if there's an intention that kind of resonates with whatever your body is requesting from your practice, something that can hold both this creation of space and whatever your body needs, and allow that intention to come towards your heart in the forefront of your mind. Maybe bring one or both hands to rest at your heart. It's holding that intention, preparing to carry it with you throughout your practice. And go ahead and take a deep breath into your intention. When you're ready, open mouth, exhale to release. As you release your hands, take your time to slowly and gently open your eyes. You're going to scooch back, but we're going to stay in a cross-legged seat. Feel free to switch out the cross of your legs. And then go ahead and take a big breath in. Circle, sweep your hands up to the sky. And on your exhale, forward fold, diving down any amount towards the earth. Relax your head and take 3 slow cycles of breath. Do your 3rd cycle of breath. Follow an inhale to rise back up. Bring your hands to the fronts of your knees. And kind of cow spine. So start to squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. Let your collarbones open wide across your heart. As your sternum reaches forward and through. And slowly begin to round your spine into a cat spine, holding onto your knees. Tuck your tailbone and your chin. Let your shoulder blades spread wide across the back of your heart. And then rising up through a tall spine, inhale to reach both your hands to the sky. And on your exhale, twisting to your right. Take your right fingertips behind you. Left hand can catch the outside of your right thigh. And inhale to lift your chest proud. As you exhale, rotate into your twist. With your next breath in, unravel through center, reach tall to the ceiling so you can lean back and switch out your shins. Then go ahead and find your way into your forward fold, diving down any amount and settling in for 3 cycles of breath. Your 4th inhale will begin to lift you back up. Hands will catch the fronts of your knees, finding your cow spine. Really engage the back of your body. Feel your shoulder blades press your sternum forward and up. And on your exhale, catching your knees round through your spine. Pull your navel in to tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin. Let your shoulder blades spread wide and take a breath. Then as you inhale to rise up, reach up. On your exhale, twist to your left. Right hand reaches to the outside of your left thigh. Maybe your left fingertips go behind to press you a little bit taller into your seat. And inhale to find lift. And follow your exhale to find depth in your rotation. Do your second or third breath, just slowly unwind through center. We're going to send our left leg out long in front of us. Step your right foot across your left leg and flex your left toes to your face. So you have this nice big hamstring stretch moving through your left leg. You can have some softness to your left knee. We're going to walk our right foot across to the left even more. So we're moving towards this kind of half Gomukhasana shape. Right knee pointing towards your left toes, maybe adjusting the flesh out from beneath your seat. So this can be a really big hamstring stretch, and it's still really early in practice. So being gentle with yourself, just inhale, find a lift through your heart space. And your exhale, maybe tip forward like 1 or 2 inches. So not worried about going super far forward, just feeling your heart expand towards the front of the room for a cycle of breath. After that moment in your hamstring stretch, as you lean back, we're going to switch out our legs. Right foot extends, left foot steps over, and then just kind of wander your left foot wide to the right until your left knee is dropping and pointing forward to your right toes. Flex your right toes to your face, maybe find a little seat adjustment. When you inhale, get proud through your heart. As you exhale, find that tiny tip forward. So for me, this is like maybe 1 inch. So don't worry again about how far forward you go. Just noticing the initial space through the back of your right leg as you take a slow inhale. And a slow exhale. As you lean back and unwind your legs, start to make your way into your tabletop pose. As you find all fours, you're going to inhale to your cow shape, start to lift up through your heart. Extend your tailbone to the sky, draw your navel to your spine. And then as your breath empties away, cat pose, round through your spine, push through your hands. And inhale to your cow pose 1 more time, heart and tailbone lift up. And exhale to your cat pose once more, push the earth away, let your head hang heavy. As you come to neutral, we're going to bring our left knee to the middle of our yoga mat. You're going to cross your right knee behind. So we're moving to this kind of different version of a half Gomukhasana. You're going to split your shins wide, so your right ankle is going to the left side of your yoga mat, left ankle is going to the right side of your yoga mat. And you're going to start to reach your hips back in space in between your heels. Your hands can walk with you. You can flex your feet to support your knees. And then you can take your hips a little side to side if you want. If you prefer sitting all the way back into Gomukhasana, to your lower half, feel free to bring your hips to the earth. Proud chest, we're here for 1 more cycle of breath. You're just taking our time to slowly create deep depth and space throughout our shapes and throughout our bodies. And if you sink all the way back, go ahead and shift forward. As we start to unwind from here, going back to our tabletop pose, bring your hips a little side to side. Just taking your time to feel into right and left. Then bring your right knee to the center of your yoga mat, and we're just going to go directly into second side. So nothing fancy, just a simple switch. Split your shins wide. Begin to send your hips back in space. Let your right knee float off the earth. Again, you can hover your seat. Okay, maybe flexing through your feet, or you can sink your hips all the way back towards your Gomukhasana legs. Bringing both sitting bones down to the earth, tall to your spine. Take one more breath in whatever variation you're in. And as you're ready, I'm going to slowly start to shift it forward. Unwind to all fours. Take that moment to maybe move your hips a little side to side. And as you're ready, start to tuck your toes and send your hips up and back to your first downward facing dog. As you relax your head, give yourself a moment to be here. So perhaps one heel extends down to the earth, and then you take a moment to send the other. Just filling into the space at the backs of your legs again. Relax your head, maybe a slight tuck of your chin to lengthen the nape of your neck. And as you're ready, walk it forward into your forward fold Uttanasana. Allow your knees to be soft, head heavy, tailbone tall. And take one mindful inhale. And one really slow and patient exhale. And keeping some softness in your knees, find your halfway lift as you inhale. Extend the crown of your head forward. And with your exhale, forward fold, release right back down. We'll rise to stand with our breath in, Urdhva Hastasana. Take a circle suit to the sky. And exhale, let your hands arrive at your heart and allow your eyes to close. Coming back to your intention, take a deep breath in through your nose. Then open mouth, exhale, release. And inhale, circle, sweep your hands to the ceiling, maybe look up to the sky. And your exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips. Then a halfway lift as you breathe in. And step your left foot to the back of your yoga mat with your breath out. Left knee is going to come towards a hover on your inhale. Find your cow lunge, open through your chest. And then on exhale, take your time to slowly extend your legs to your cat lunge, your hamstring stretch. This time, inhale, bend both your knees, but lower your left knee all the way to the earth. Anjaneyasana, lift up through your heart and hands. On your exhale, reach your hands forward in front of you. So hands just in line with your shoulders. We're going to twist to the right, draw your right hand back in space, turn your heart to the right. And then keeping the twist, start to exalt your Anjaneyasana, left hand reaches to the sky, maybe right hand reaches to left hamstring or your low back. Take an extra breath here, really lifting your ribcage off your pelvis. And then as you breathe out, windmill your hands down to the earth to frame your right foot. Lift your back knee. And then you're going to rotate your left heel down to the earth like a side angle foot position. Yeah, so we're kind of in this side angle situation. You're going to start to bend into your left knee and lengthen your right leg and flex your right toes to the sky. I think Greta calls this crouching tiger. I often call the little crouching tabletop crouching tiger. So if you're familiar with Greta's class, I think this is her crouching tiger. From here, we're going to rebend into our front knee and unhook our back heel from the earth. And then go ahead and step back into your downward facing dog. Use your core to step your right foot all the way back. Okay, checking in with our spines, inhale to your tippy toes, and on your exhale, like a cat spine, roll forward to your high plank. So you find your high plank, take a big breath in. Knees up or down, exhale lowers us all the way to our bellies. Take your time to find your way to the earth. Untuck through your toes. As you anchor through the tops of your feet, inhale to find your low cobra. With your exhale, release right back down. But inhale low or maybe high cobra. Taking your time to explore more and more space within your body. And exhale to release. As you breathe in, option for up dog or maybe return to either of the cobras. Then on your exhale, downward facing dog, send your hips all the way up and back. So you find your down dog, take a big breath in through your nose. Then open mouth, exhale, just let it go. Inhale to lift to your tippy toes. Exhale, step or hop to the top, forward fold. We'll breathe in to lift up halfway. Then exhale to release. Rise to stand, let your inhale carry you up. Exhale, hands to heart. Bring back to intention, take an inhale through your nose. And exhale out of your mouth, let it go. Inhale, circle seat tall. With your breath out, forward fold to the earth, dive down. Invite your heart forward to a halfway lift on your inhale. And then place your right toes to the back of your yoga mat with your exhale. Starting with our cow lunge, right knee's gonna sink to a hover. Take a nice big breath in. And then follow your exhale to find your cat lunge, lengthen out your legs. You bend through your knees, release your right knee to the earth. Anjaneyasana, take an inhale to rise up tall. On your exhale, hands reach forward on in front of you. Feeling open to the left hand's gonna sweep open. Take a big breath in. And then staying here, allow your exhalation to maybe rotate you a little bit further. Keep your twist and start to breathe into your exalted Anjaneyasana. Right hand's gonna reach up high, and left hand can go to hamstring or low back. And then give yourself one more breath to find extra lift off of your pelvis. Like rib cage floats a little bit taller to the sky. As we windmill our hands down towards the earth, lift your back knee off your yoga mat and rotate your right heel down to the earth. So your feet are kind of like warrior 2 feet here. You're gonna start to bend into your right knee, that's your back leg, lengthen your front leg, your left leg, and flex your left toes to your face. Fingertips or yoga blocks can be helpful here. The left toes are pointing to the sky, and then untuck your tailbone, so think tailbone to the ceiling. As your heart lengthens forward at the front of your yoga mat, take one more cycle of breath. As you're ready, bend into your front knee and unhook your back heel for your low lunge. Press the earth away from your core, downward facing dog. Your inhale is gonna lift you to your tippy toes. On your exhale, roll forward, high plank. So you find your high plank, follow your inhale to shift to your tippy toes again. And exhale, maybe chaturanga, lower halfway or all the way. With a deep breath in, find your up dog or your cobra. And then really take your time to exhale back to downward facing dog. So taking all the moments along each transition, giving yourself space to feel sensation and to notice what arises. And take a big breath through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. And your next breath in, reach your right leg to the ceiling, 3-legged dog. All right, exhale, bend your knee and open through your head. Using your right glute, draw one slow circle in one direction with your right knee as you inhale. And then draw a slow giant circle the opposite direction on your exhale. You'll re-extend to a 3-legged dog with your breath in. And step your right foot forward to the top of your yoga mat, breath out. Inhale to your cow lunge, left knee sinks to a hover. Exhale to your cat lunge, lengthen out your legs. Inhale, cow lunge one more time. Left knee comes to hover. On your exhale, we'll go into our crouching tiger. So as you start to lengthen through your legs, left heel is going to rotate down. Bend into your left knee as you flex your right toes to the sky. Take your inhale. On your exhale, pivoting towards a wide-legged forward fold, turn all 10 toes to the left side of your yoga mat and hinge forward. We'll inhale to lift up halfway. And this time as you exhale, keep turning towards the back of your yoga mat, low lunge. And from here, high crescent, root down through your feet, rise all the way up on your breath in. And on your breath out, reach your hands forward in line with your shoulders. We twist to the left, our inhale pulls our left hand back in space. And then allow your exhale to continue your rotation. Deep breath in to exalt your crescent, right hand reaches high. Give yourself time and space to find the lift of your heart. And then as you breathe out, airplane your arms, heart dives forward, hands sweep back beside you to your airplane lunge. Take an inhale to maybe extend your hands overhead, your reaching crescent. And then your exhale as you peel open through our warrior two. Go ahead and lengthen your left leg to reverse your triangle. Big breath in. On your exhale, sink down into your side angle. Left forearm comes towards your thigh and reach your right hand to the sky. Breathe into your extended side angle. Anchor through your right heel. Send your right hand up and overhead. And as you breathe out, looking down to your left toes, we're going to circle sweep back through our wide-legged forward fold. Take an inhale to lift up halfway. And exhale, pivot to the front of your yoga mat, low lunge facing forward. We're going to step back into our downward facing dog, right toes join your left. With a big breath in, lift to your tippy toes. Exhale, roll forward, high plank. Pause as you inhale, option to shift forward to your tippy toes. Exhale, chaturanga or downward facing dog, you decide. We find our way back to our downward facing dog. A big breath in is going to lift our left leg to the ceiling. And then on your breath out, start to bend your knee and open your hip. Draw your front ribs and your navel to your spine to support the back of your body. Maybe draw one slow circle one way as you inhale. You have the option to draw a circle the other direction as you exhale. Three-legged dog, find lift, find length. Then place your left foot forward to the top of your yoga mat. Right knee comes to hover, cow lunge on your inhale. Cat lunge with your exhale, extend through your legs. One more time, cow lunge, right knee will hover, reach forward with your chest. As you find our crouching tiger, you're going to start to lengthen through your legs, rotate your right heel down to the earth. Bend into your right knee and extend through your front leg, flexing your left toes to your face. You could always go back to the cat lunge, just the regular hamstring stretch instead. Good. From here, wide-legged forward fold, toes to the right side of your yoga mat. Dive down and take a breath. Continuing to rotate to the back of our yoga mat, we sit up for our high crescent lunge. As you root down through your feet, slowly begin to reach forward and up with your inhale. Once you're nice and tall, hands reach forward in line with your shoulders as you exhale. Sweep your right hand back into your twist, taking a deep breath in. And follow your breath out to find the deeper rotation through your spine. Maybe start to exalt your crescent as you inhale. Left hand reaches high. Right hand explores towards the back of your left hamstring. Feel the strength of your back body helping to lift your heart up proud. And then airplane crescent. Sweep your arms back beside you as you lengthen out. Powerful through your legs. Extend your arms overhead if you would like, finding your reaching crescent with your breath in. Hope you'll open through warrior two with exhale. Then reverse your triangle on your inhale. Right leg long, right hand high. Empty your breath and find your side angle. Extend your left hand overhead if you want to, finding extended side angle. And then circle sweep down into your wide-legged forward fold. Take your inhale and your exhale. Pivoting to the top of our yoga mat, a little bit different here. We're gonna lean into our left foot. Gentle standing splits, reach your right leg to the sky, big breath in. And your exhale, maybe Shiva squat, option to bend through both of your knees, bringing your hips low, peek your heart forward. Then inhale, standing splits, re-extend. On your exhale, maybe start to bend your knee and open your hips, so think like standing splits at a fire hydrant. Relax your head if you want to. You can reach your left hand up to catch your right foot or just in the direction of your right foot, adding a thigh stretch to your right quad. If you want to, you can look down at the earth for added balance, challenge, engage strong through your left leg. Right hand can catch your left ankle. We're just here for one more moment wherever you are. Take a breath in. And exhale, cross-legged forward fold. Right ankle is going behind your left. So soften through both of your knees and fold down. Take an inhale and an exhale. As you unwind your legs to a regular forward fold, breathe into your halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. On your breath out, sinking to your chair pose, Utkatasana, let your hips get low. Lift up through your heart and hands. And exhale to airplane your arms beside you. And lean over to the strength of your right foot and start to flamingo your left heel up and in. When you're ready to rise up, take your time, keep your gaze focused, bring your left knee with you to stand. And reach your heart and hands up to the sky. And with your left knee bottom line, with your left hip flex, your left toes to the ceiling, and then reach your hands forward as you inhale. Plugging your shoulders in, twist to the left on your exhale, peel open. Option to stay here, option to extend your left leg long, finding extra engagement and strength through your left quad. Take one more cycle of breath. As you breathe out, find a little softness in your right knee. Airplane pose, we're going to slowly pendulum swing our left leg back. Send both your arms beside you. Continue to flow your breath throughout your body. And take 2 more cycles. In your second cycle, begin to bend into your right knee, and as gently as you can, land into your high crescent lunge. Left toes release to the earth, reach to your heart and hands, big breath in. On your exhale, hands to heart center. Option to bring your left knee down to a hover. You could also bring your left knee all the way down to the earth, or you can keep your left knee lifted. Interlacing your hands at your heart space, flip your palms away from your sternum. Start to cap your spine as you press the palms of your hands forward and away. As you inhale, keep the interlace of your hands, start to lift your heart open to the sky. On your exhale, keep the interlace, but bend your elbows, bring your hands to hold your skull. Elbows wide, front ribs knit. Take an inhale, maybe tilt your chin to the sky. And then on your exhale, airplane lunge, hinging forward, sweep your arms back beside you. Breathe into your reaching crescent, hands go overhead. As you breathe out, move through your warrior two. Continue with your inhale to reverse your triangle, lift all the way up and out. Good, on your exhale, side angle, bend into your front knee, sweep your left hand to the sky. Or extend your side angle. Left hand goes all the way overhead. Diving down through your wide-legged forward fold, all 10 toes to the long edge. Hinge at your hips. You can inhale to lift up halfway. And with your exhale, bend into your left knee for your side lunge or your skandasana, maybe sinking a little bit deeper to flex your right toes to the sky. You can spread your wings wide here. You could bring your left arm on the inside of your left leg and reach your right hand to the sky, twisting open. So options here. Take one more inhale. We're going low lunge to the front of our yoga mat as we exhale. Now bend into our right knee, pivot all the way around. And from here, lean into your right foot. Standing splits, left leg is gonna go to the sky. Take an inhale here, head is heavy. As you exhale, Shiva squat, bend through your knees, sink low through your seat. Take that pause at the bottom. Inhale to re-extend through your standing splits. When your exhale, you bend your knee, open your hip. Find that dog at a fire hydrant shape. If you would like to, your right hand can reach up for your left foot. Be adding in that thigh stretch to your left quad. Think about using your left glute to lift your left knee high to the sky if you have that hand to foot connection. If you want to, you can find a little bend through your right knee, hug muscle to bum. And then looking at the earth, left hand can catch your right ankle. Maybe you fall out of it, challenging your edges. Wherever you are, take one more breath in. And as you breathe out, starting to release, you're going to find your way into your cross-legged forward fold. Left ankle goes behind your right. Pausing for one cycle of breath. We'll unwind through our legs and inhale to lift up halfway, Ardha Uttanasana. On your exhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Breathe in to find the continuation of your arms lifting high, the extension of your spine, and then airplane your arms beside you. You lean into the power of your left foot, begin to flamingo your right heel up and in. Taking your time to rise to stand here, slow motion, press to your left foot, and bring your right knee with you. Just like we've been doing, hands are gonna reach out in front of us, plug in through your shoulders, and then twist open to the right. Maybe extend your right foot forward, finding that strong engagement through your right quad. Take a big inhale. And as slowly as you can, airplane pose. So finding the control along the way. Your right leg sweeps back behind you and your arms reach beside you. Finding steadiness in your breath. Take 2 more cycles. With attention, with care, right toes release to the back of your yoga mat, high crescent lunge. Take a big breath in as you extend tall. Exhale, hands to heart, and your right knee comes to a hover. Interlacing your hands at your chest, flip your palms away from you. You have to push the palms of your hands forward. You cat your spine, think, tuck your tailbone, spread your shoulder blades wide. Keeping your hands interlaced, inhale, lift your heart up, and exhale, hands to interlace, bend at your elbows, hands or hold your skull. Allow your hands to hold your head. You can lean the weight of your skull back into your palms. Elbows wide. Maybe it's pretty sticky through your shoulders. Try to relax your head, take an inhale here. And exhale here. Tilting forward into your airplane crescent. As you extend through your back leg, you're gonna hinge at your hips. Arms will reach beside you, and then slowly start to find your extended crescent. Send your hands up and overhead. And from here, we'll move through our warrior two. Go ahead and continue all the way into your reverse triangle. Big breath in. And side angle as you breathe out. Perhaps you extend your side angle and send your right hand overhead with your inhale. We'll sweep down into one more wide-legged forward fold with our exhale. Pausing here for an extra breath. Take a deep breath through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, let it go. When you're ready, you're gonna lift up halfway. And eventually rotate to the top of your yoga mat, low lunge. Step forward into a forward fold. Right foot meets your left. With softness in your knees. Ooh, that's a lie. Step your right foot to the back of your yoga mat again first. Turning your toes to the right. Bend your right knee, side lunge. Don't want to forget this. Or Skandasana, either one. And again, you can find like a bow and arrow situation with your arms. You can spread your arms wide. You can bring your right arm on the inside of your right leg and use that as leverage to twist your heart open. Wherever you are, give it one more cycle of breath. And now we'll meet in a forward fold at the top of our yoga mat. So as you crawl our way around, right foot steps to join your left. Take an inhale to lift up halfway. Then exhale, bend your knees and have a seat down. So I want to get into a little bit of deeper hip opening. Then we'll use our core. We'll tap into our bridge pose when we lay down. A final twist, a final moment, and then Shavasana. So for our hip opening here, we're going to go into our Gomukhasana legs. You can also choose to do double pigeon instead, or your cross-legged seat. So a couple different options. Let's start with our right thigh on top of our left. So you can get into this kind of like the same way that we were beginning class with. Stepping your right foot over, wandering your right foot to the right, and then you would this time bend at your left knee and bring your left heel in as well. So knees stacked, feet are wiggled wide, both sit bones are grounded. You have your Gomukhasana legs. If you prefer double pigeon instead, you're going to stack your shins so that your knees and ankles are in alignment instead. Okay. Otherwise, you have cross-legged seat, right shin in front. So starting out wherever you want to, knowing you can always change your mind. Take a moment to get situated, especially through your seat. And then hands maybe holding onto your legs. Inhale to a cow spine. And that forward and open energy through your chest. And your exhale, maybe you explore a moment of your rounded cat spine. And big breath in as you tilt the bowl of your pelvis forward, get tall through your torso. As you breathe out, option to fold forward any amount. So not worried about how far you go. Just finding that little bit of extra depth if it's necessary. Maybe 1 to 2 more cycles of breath here, just allowing yourself space. And begin to notice what comes up. And when you are ready, you'll slowly lean back, unwind through your legs. Maybe take a little windshield wiper from side to side. Then we'll go to second side. So left thigh will be on top, left shin on top if you're doing double pigeon, or left shin in front if you're doing your cross-legged seat. So finding your way into whatever variation of a hip opener you want to start with. And remembering you can always change your mind. And then taking a moment to find those last adjustments. Both sit bones grounded. Take an inhale, proud chest. And exhale, maybe cat your spine. Then inhale, nice and tall. And exhale, maybe tip forward even just a little bit. And seeing if you can be right here with sensation and breath for 5 cycles. Just tracing inhale and exhale in and out of your body. Choosing if you like to stay a little bit longer here. Otherwise, you're gonna lean back. Unwind through your legs. Maybe take that windshield wiper moment, tick-tocking your knees from side to side. And then I'm just gonna rotate to face the front of my yoga mat. You can stay as you are. In your cross-legged seat. I'm gonna place your hands to stack beneath your shoulders, fingertips facing your pelvis. Just press the earth away, opening through your chest. If you want to, you can instead bend your knees and place your feet to the earth. If you're not going into your reverse tabletop, sometimes it's actually, I find, it takes away some of the space that's available. So if you're not going to lift your hips, cross-legged seat sometimes gives you more room to push your heart forward. If you're going to lift into your reverse tabletop, knees are bent, land your feet to your yoga mat, then press your hands and your feet to lift your pelvis and open the front of your body. As you feel ready to release to the earth, hips will land if they're lifted. Anchor your heels into the earth, sitting up tall with an inhale and length. And then on your exhale, reach your hands out in front of you. Just like you've been doing, plug your shoulders in, draw your navel to your spine, and dig your heels into the ground. Take another inhale here. On your exhale, lean back, maybe just halfway, or just finding that kind of challenge point for your core. Chest stays proud, heels are anchored. Take another big breath in. And your exhale, you're going to sweep your left hand open to the left, twisting your heart open. Spread your collarbones wide, navel to spine. Inhale brings your left hand forward to meet your right. And exhale, second side, the right hand's going to sweep back. Collarbones wide, navel to spine. And inhale your right hand forward. And your exhale, slowly lower down to the earth. And then bending your knees in for a bridge pose. If you want to do a little windshield wiper moment before you lift your hips, you're welcome to tick-tock your knees side to side first. And then eventually plant through your feet. Take a big breath in. And follow your exhale to lift your hips. Okay, taking 3 cycles of mindful breath here. Option to tuck your shoulder blades a little bit closer together. And then let your shoulders slide out of your ears. Imaginary block helps to integrate your thigh bones to the midline, so that your knees are in line with your hips. Then just notice how this feels in your body and your anatomy, making any adjustments to your shape for you. So you take 1 more cycle of breath. When you're ready to lower down, take your time to release all the way down to the earth. When your hips land, draw your right knee into your shoulder. As your right knee draws to your right shoulder, extend your left leg forward. Take a nice deep inhale. When exhale moves you into your supine twist. Let your right knee tip across you to the left. And then feel your right shoulder sink back and down towards the earth. You can stay here in your supine twist, or if you want to find an add-on that's similar to that thigh stretch that we took in our standing split, or some of us explored in standing split. You're going to keep the twist in your body relatively the same. Reach your left arm to the back of the room. Kind of roll into like a half fetal pose, so you're lounging on your left side. Your left ear is resting in your left bicep, and then you're going to bend your left heel towards your seat. Your right hand will catch your left foot. Draw your navel to your spine and maybe find a slight tuck of your tailbone to add resistance to your stretch. Then you can either twist your heart open to the sky, or you can stay resting on the left side of your body. The last inhale here. Your exhale, release your left leg long if you have the hand-foot connection. Rolling onto your back body figure for your right ankle on your left thigh just for a moment. Bend your left knee, open your right knee away from your body. Maybe bring that whole figure four to you. Flexing through your right ankle, you might take a little rock from side to side, just finding any last minute opening through your right hip. Then you'll release your right foot forward. As you bring your left knee to your left shoulder, pull your thigh into your chest. Offer your inhale to your belly. And then use your exhale to guide you into your twist. And just like we did on the first side, you can stay here just in your supine twist. You're going to start to move towards your thigh stretch. Right arm's going to reach towards the back of the room, to the back of your yoga mat. I'll roll onto your right side. And your left hand reaches back to catch your right foot. You can stay here, or you can twist your heart open to the ceiling again. Whatever shape, whatever variation you're in. Allow 2 more cycles of breath within it. And when you are ready to release, send your right leg long. You roll towards your back body. You might find that figure 4 moment, left ankle on right thigh, just drawing the figure 4 to you. Perhaps a little sway from side to side as you take a breath. And checking in with yourself to see if there's anything else that you need. Any last shape or movement that you want to incorporate before Shavasana. Create more space within your body, your heart, your mind. Maybe adding that in. Otherwise, just drawing your knees to your chest. Maybe curl your nose to your knees. Take a big inhale. And as you exhale, begin to lengthen out to your Shavasana, to your final relaxation. Just giving yourself permission to rest heavy into the support of the earth below for these last few minutes of class. And as you take this last moment or so to make final adjustments and settle in a little bit more, It would feel good to take a cleansing breath. Maybe draw a deep inhale in through your nose. And then open mouth, exhale, just let it go. And devoting this space at the end of practice as an opportunity to swim through the spaciousness of mind post-flow. So that we can take an honest look inside and see what's there. See what's requesting tending or in need of balance. Parts of ourselves need to be held and nurtured, with parts of ourselves maybe need to be pushed to expand and grow. But all of which we probably wouldn't notice without creating space first. For just another moment or so, me leaning back, letting your attention turn inward if it has started to drift. As you return your attention inward, just noticing what's there. We practice noticing without judgment, without comparison, just from a place of curiosity and compassion. And when you look inward, we consider if you'd like to set a new intention for the rest of your day or the rest of your week, or if there's some piece of your practice that you'd like to take with you so your yoga reaches beyond your yoga mat. So whatever you found in that space that you created can still be connected to even when you leave this practice today, in 60-minute practice. And through that, your practice continues into each and every moment. As you deepen your breath, you can decide to stay exactly as you are and just allow your hands to find their way to your heart. Just closing our practice from here, we pause in deep gratitude. I'm grateful for all that yoga offers us, the tools and the pathway it provides that lead us to liberation, inner peace, and freedom. We pause in gratitude for our bodies and our breath, our physical health and well-being, and this vessel and the life force energy that carry us through our human experience. And we pause in gratitude for this time that we shared and the energy that was exchanged by moving and breathing together, even if we're physically apart. So sealing it in, let's take one more deep breath in through the nose. One more open mouth exhale, just let it go. May yoga offer us a path to compassion, And may our practices serve as our teachers, leading us to live with authenticity and to love deeply each and every day. Thank you so, so much. And namaste.